are ready to look at the starting grid, how they qualified on Friday and Saturday, has Cameron Beaubier, Bobby Fong, and Jake Gagne on row one.
Then we're going to have SDK, Josh Herrin, and Hayden Gillum. Let's see if Hayden can get up there today. I know they made some changes. Richie Escalante, JD Beach, our podium finisher from yesterday, and Benjamin Smith. Ashton Yates, Bryce Cornbow, and Danilo Lewis just outside of row 4. Dion Campbell, Jason Waters, Nolan Lampkin, Flinders, Giannotto, and Watson. And a little further back, we got William Posse and Zach Schumacher filling out our grid, Greg. So some interesting stories here, I think.
Upper left part of your screen, those lights go off. We're at it. So away we go.
Oh, man, Cam didn't get a good start. It looks like it's going to be the Yamahas leading the way, Greg. As you see SDK come from the second row, Cam just kind of botched the start ever so slightly. Great start from the 40, but it's that guy again, Greg. You don't need to give this guy any more confidence. He's out front. He's got his teammate behind him, and SDK in third.
Gagne just rolled off the lever as well. He just let it ride, and so it looked like their Fong was going to have 5 or 6 bike lengths by the time we got out of the carousel, but his teammate's right there, the 32. So we have a pair of those beautiful Attack Performance progressive Yamahas out front. Sean Dillon Kelly on that Vision Wheel M4 X-Star Suzuki in the mix, and here comes Beaubier underneath Kelly. He'll take over third, and there's Josh Herrin, your number 1 plate, in 5th. And Sean Dillon Kelly is going to hold on to that 4th spot as Herrin trying to get a big run with that Ducati. He's going to slide up the inside and take over 4th.
I love that move. Just gets the bike, stood up early, puts the power to the ground of that Ducati, takes advantage. Yeah. Here we go, Greg. It's going to be that braking duel that we're going to see. Beaubier is going to slide the 6 up underneath the 32 and Jake Gagne. You could see Herrin wanted to do something, but they were starting to spread out there at the end.
Now Bobby Fong has got it all to play for, but down the back straightaway they go, and Cameron Beaubier looking awfully hungry as they hit the kink. Is he going to fan out, try to make a pass down into turn number 6? Here comes the 6.
And he's going to make that pass, Greg. And look at Herrin. He did the exact same thing as I said I thought he would do, and that was because he had seen it done before him. He was the quickest of the 3 riders, was the Ducati rider, and it looks a little bit like we had a race last year. We've just swapped out Sean Dillon Kelly for Bobby Fong. Remember, these other 2 guys were in that battle all the way. Now we go a little further back. There is Sean Dillon Kelly, Hayden Gillum, and JD Beach. JD sandwiched in between the 2 of them.
That was the battle for 5th, 6th, and 7th. Back to the lead battle as Gagne starts to lose touch with this group, and it looks like Herrin wants to have a go at Fong. He's going to tip his Ducati in on Fong. Fong's going to, they touch! Oh, and both of them run off.
Oh, man!
And now look at Herrin. He's trying to get it back in the line, but he's heading to the fence. Oh, the skill. Can he save it?
Oh,
no, just a little bit of a tip over. And now that bike is slightly downhill.
Wedged in there. Oh no, Bobby. Dirt. That's just the dirt on the tire from going through the sand. Tips it in. So he just didn't quite get to that spot. You know, Bobby probably feels him there a little bit, but not quite to the spot where he didn't think that he could still take the corner. And Herrin gets into the side of him, and it just knocks Bobby off center. Going to send him into the grass. For Josh, if he could have just got this bike stopped a bike length sooner, this at the end would not have happened. But now, this is where Cameron Beaubier can really do damage in this championship and get some of those points back that he lost yesterday.
To me, Jason, just analyzing it right, I just don't feel anybody's at fault.
I agree with you 100%.
It was a racing incident.
Yep.
This also might be
this is scary here.
This right here also might be caused by the computer being fooled.
For them.
Okay. Boy, this is something as JD Beach on the podium, being that first Honda on a Superbike podium since '09. Neil Hodgson, the 100, and there he goes right up the inside. He just carved that corner, and now the big acceleration down the back straightaway as this CBR 1000RR is a continually developing Superbike.
He can get himself back up to second as now JD Beach takes a shot at Sean Dillon Kelly in turn 1, and he'll make that pass. We have Hondas in 3rd and 4th.
Yeah, they made some changes to the Vision Wheel M4 X-Star Suzuki this morning, and it doesn't look like it's paid dividends for SDK. He doesn't look as comfortable on the motorcycle as he did yesterday, and obviously starting to fall back those positions. So next up for SDK is going to be the 50 of Bobby Fong. The chances of Bobby Fong to win his 6th in a row have diminished greatly. It would be something incredible to be able to get something like that done in 9.5 laps, but it's all about the championship points right now, and Fong just grabbed another point ahead of him. There's Hayden Gillum, and you can see right on the back there is that Fong has gotten around JD Beach, so it looked like it took him all the way to the back straightaway to get around that stock 1000 spec machine.
You know, Jake knows what that feels like, and you know, he wants to get up there for his team and get some 1-2s. Now, looks like we've got, is that Noel?
Number 900, I believe.
Yeah,
Zachary Schumacher.
I was worried for a second.
Oh, 800. Sorry, it's Trevor Watson.
Yeah, he's
Trevor Watson. Sorry about that,
yep.
Trev.
But for Bobby Fong now, it's going to be interesting to see if he can see his teammate up the road. He'll be getting boards as we see another rider down. Is this? Oh man, this is in the same corner. Oh, is that Heron?
Is that Heron? The number 1 plate is down.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, with one of the Doritos riders. So Josh Heron is down.
This happens a full turn. I'm not really sure what happened there.
It looked like Josh was already around.
That is a strange one, and we didn't get to really see. I'm looking out my window. I can see people standing up over there.
Red flag. Red flag.
It's going to be a red flag. So, not sure if those two guys got together. They must have got together.
So for Cameron Beaubier, very commanding lead in this race, 3.482 seconds for Beaubier, and he will be the winner of this race as we're past three-quarter race distance.
You know, got some points back on Bobby, and he's going to be able to maybe claw himself even closer at Coda. But what an accomplishment. You know, he mentioned it, the record books and where Beaubier is.
So these are the results. Cameron Beaubier over Jake Gagne. Bobby Fong able to sit on the podium there. 16 points, and then Hayden Gillum right behind him. JD Beach in 5th.
It is going to be Bobby Fong with 278 points, and you can see the big switch from the weekend coming in. Heron was leading. Now he's 27 points back, and Beaubier 17 points back, which I believe is what he was coming into the weekend.